Okay, mail call Snow King 55. Tom Noble. There's his channel. Midwest Motor Riders. And the last mail call is Larry, 1989 F-150 two-door. So, let's get on with the mail call. Well, here it is, Sunday morning. We had morning showers and storms. Hopefully we'll get through these mail calls without it being interrupted by loud thunder and lightning. So, Busman54 here. I have quite a few mail calls and hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to attempt to go through them all, and I'm not going to rush them. I had a sticker mailed to me. Oh, I know it's been 3 weeks. Times went by fast. I've been meaning to do a mail call, and then I received 3 more. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the one that I should have done earlier, and I apologize for that. But here we go. And let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to get these in order. Okay, this is from Snow King 55 and wrote me a nice little note. Hope you don't mind. I kind of pre-opened all the envelopes to save us some time. From what I understand, his daughter helped with the design of this magnet sticker. And really nice job, and she incorporated his 2 passions. I mean, you got his truck and then him rebuilding snowmobiles. Wrote a nice letter. I already read it. He mentioned how early on he used to be involved in Volkswagens too. The irony, and I gotta go back and look at our old photos. Back in late 80s to the middle or early 90s, we lived in Columbus, Ohio. And that was the time my son got a 78 convertible, and he was just 3. So we did a VW show in Columbus, Ohio, and he had so much fun. And the state of Ohio, there's a lot of car shows that are really just strictly Volkswagens. Well, they had one up in Perrysburg by Maumee, Iowa, and there was a Volkswagen dealership up there. So we decided to make a family event out of it. My son was 3, my daughter was 8, and so we went up to Maumee the night before, stayed in the hotel, kind of ran around town, went out to eat. The kids were having a great time. We went to the car show. Boy, the VW dealership and the people that put the show on, they really thought of the kids. They had a whole area set up that just entertained the kids, and nice show. And we met an author who writes books on VWs, and he was real interested in our car, and it's a 78 collector's edition model. what he was really interested in is it had gold stripes in the bottom. And apparently, you know, back in that period, you could get 8.5 by 11 glossies at the dealership. And this special edition model we ended up acquiring was one they used for the photos. And they were pretty excited about seeing it. And my son's 27, he still has it. There was a number of people tried buying it, but he wasn't going to let that happen. But before I lose my point, there was, Snow King was there, his wife had a Beetle, and they had one on display. They were at the same show. So I'm going to have to look through our photos, see if I can spot your car. So get a chance, you know, check Snow King out. It's got a beautiful yard and pond. Just put up some vineyards a couple years ago. I wouldn't want to mow the lawn, that's a big yard, buddy. And he's working on a Polaris snowmobile, just got it painted blue, was showing a vintage XL 250 1975. I was telling him how in 1973 they had the gas wars, and I had my 67 Hemi GTX, would run out of gas getting to get gas. So I went and I bought a brand new Honda XL 175. I got 80 miles to the gallon. And I kind of used that for back and forth to work until the craziness of the gas lines at the gas pump went away. So, thanks for the sticker. By the way, I got one in the mail heading your direction. Next, let's see. All right, we got Midwest Motor Riders, and there you go. And he was nice enough to send a sticker too for my son. My son enjoys stickers also. So Scott, wrote you a little note, and I guess I'll share it again here. Love Honda motorcycles. Like I said, I had the 175, I had a 350 street bike, and to see your vintage one, isn't it funny what we bought new is vintage? I really like your ride-alongs. I mean, of course, the state of Wisconsin's always had a soft spot. You know, beautiful state. My grandparents retired, and they were originally from there, and they moved back to Friendship, Adams, Wisconsin. Lived on the lake, on Little Friendship Lake, or they used to call it Rochakey Creek. My uncle owned a ski resort there, Skyland Ski Resort. And a couple years back, my son and I, we bought a lake lot up in Phelps, Wisconsin, you know, north of Rhinelander or Eagle River. So we are on two little lakes. One's called Baker, one's called Manuel. We would love to be on the Twin Lakes, but we hadn't hit the lottery yet. I mean, they're proud of them lake lots. But back to my point, why I enjoy your writing so much. 1995, found out I had a brain tumor. And Rochester, Minnesota was my home for a while. And the chief neurosurgeon, yeah, he did an amazing thing. He saved my life. It came with, trust me, more positives than negatives. The fact that he saved my life is positive. I'll deal with all the side effects. And when it happened, my son was only 5 and my daughter was 9. And, you know, the hardest thing I was dealing with is, you know, not being able to be around and watch him grow up. But I was blessed between a very talented chief neurosurgeon at Mayo Clinic and a lot of help from the guy upstairs, which we both agree had a pretty good outcome. One of the negatives was it was on my acoustic nerve too, and it destroyed the hearing in my right ear, which destroyed my balance. My balance was already compromised because of my ankles being fused, but it didn't really affect me riding a motorcycle. But this time, yeah, I can't ride a two-wheel bike or a motorcycle. In fact, I found out I was going to take up golf with my son, and I can't even drive a golf ball, just that rapid swing, and all of a sudden my balance is gone and I'm on the ground. So yeah, it's really cool to do the ride along with you on your videos. It kind of feel like I'm right there with you. Enjoy doing that. Enjoy seeing the state of Wisconsin. So, got you a sticker in the mail too, and keep putting them videos up. Boy, that tractor that you're redoing, that lawn tractor, it's going to really be too nice to cut the lawn and plow the snow, because I know you get snow. Thanks again for your sticker, and we'll keep watching. Next, almost need a drum roll. Almost need a drum roll. Tom Noble. Tom. I went back to your channel because of all the drama that we don't want to talk about anymore. And I won't either, other than I know you're a great guy. I came across your channel quite a few years ago, and this was back before I had my own channel, and you know, I knew how to subscribe to people's channels. I was, you might say, YouTube surfing. And I had a 69 Camaro convertible, 6-cylinder, 3-speed on the tree, and always loved those years of Camaros. My goal was to turn it into a, you know, Indianapolis pace car, the white with the hugger orange. But you know, that was I was fortunate to acquire the car, but we were just starting out. So between, you know, the kids all coming into our lives, jobs moving me from one state to the next state, I unfortunately sold the car. So that's two that got away. My 67 GTX 426 Hemi with a Hemi box 4-speed that I bought when I was in high school, and the 69 Camaro convertible. Yeah. You think you would learn after the GTX. So enjoy watching you work on your 68, and that thing's gonna have lots of power. I love that hood scoop. So keep putting them videos up, and we'll keep watching. Thanks for your sticker, and my son and I got one coming your way. All right, one more. Am I losing count? So we have a kind of a newcomer to YouTube. I first heard about him on George, the Shade Tree Mechanics YouTube site. Right away went and checked out Larry's channel and his videos, and oh, here you got me and my son. We got, it seems like an army, more Volkswagens than we should have in our house in the city. And you're rebuilding a VW distributor. What's the irony in that? Enjoyed the muzzleloader safety. Fortunately, it was a funny story. You know, the door saw the damage, no one else, but do understand, you know, about needing to be careful with the muzzle loaders. And I got another sticker coming your way, and if I'm correct, let's see, hold on, we got to get the sticker out. You know, I went and I got my reach tool. Yeah, and there's his Ford. So, we got Larry, 1989 Ford F-150 two-door. 2 stickers. Again, I'll make sure my son gets one. And he wrote a nice little note. The other thing, I think, Larry, I noticed you had a mandolin, and you were telling a little story about picking it up at, oh, come on, Musician's Friends, if I got that correct, and just kind of learning how to play it. And what I was telling my son, we were going out to eat one night, and I was telling him how I got to do these, not have to, I want to, these mail calls, and how so many people that subscribe to my channel or I subscribe to theirs, there's something in common. I don't know if it's our age and the generation, you know, doesn't hurt. I mean, you know, we all came up in that period where you could work on your cars and you worked on them. And where I grew up, if you didn't work on them and fix them, you were walking, because no one's pockets were deep enough to take it to the local garage. And plus, you know, you didn't have to. I mean, if you had some basic skill set, you could go to a local auto parts store and do your points, condenser, plugs, wires. I would always change my thermostat to a hotter one in the winter. And, you know, check the antifreeze, do the oil change. And I looked forward to that. I mean, every fall I would save a week for vacation and get a little tabletop grill and then just go out in the backyard, and yes, under a shade tree, and PM and prep my car for the upcoming winters that northern Indiana is known for. And I enjoy doing it, just sitting there, listening to WLS out of Chicago when it actually played music. And but I see folks like R. Pete, when I saw his channel, him not only making banjos, playing banjos. I built a banjo. I got into building a banjo. My father was battling cancer and trying to deal with that. I started to build an open back banjo, and he was real curious, real interested in how and if I could do that. So fortunately, he lived long enough to see the entire process and listen to me play a few tunes like Worried Man, Cripple Creek. But I did the 3-finger scrug style, not the claw. I'm working on that claw. I seen that on the video, so I'm gonna get my open back and get the claw going. Try to do that old time banjo claw hammer. See how that works. Looks interesting, a new challenge. And Stoney, he's the one that encouraged me. Our Peak built that banjo for Stoney, and he was on the porch, Stoney doing his first song, and you know, he was having, with his health issues too, with the hand. And yeah, unfortunately, that was another side effect of a brain tumor. The brain says, tells the hand strum, and then there's like a delay, and then pretty soon it goes boom. And then you say, all right, bring it up, and then boom. It's not, there's a delay, propagation delay. That's old ham radio, propagation delay, old ham radio term. And that's, I guess, I've been involved in automotive, making handmade string instruments, was automotive machinist, tool maker, built hovercrafts for 2 Australian engineers when I was in college. I worked in the hospital as a biomedical engineer. Always been around cars, got into ham radio, got into photography, and love sports as long as my feet and health would let me. I guess the big point I'm trying to make is, with my wide interests, I never had like one single hobby. I'm going to be a stamp collector, and the sun rises and falls around collecting stamps. I would always want to challenge myself, get into a hobby. This looks like fun, do it. Trap shooting, yeah, that looks like fun, do it. So fishing, gardening, tying flies on fish, or fishing. So it really opens up with a lot of my subscribers. I can find something in common. Sean, and out there in Oregon, fixing everything. I love tinkering. Musty One, boy, I don't think there's anything Musty can't fix. And the thing I love about his videos is his methodology, his thinking. I mean, he walks you through step by step. And then Maynard64 saying, when Maynard works on his buses, I feel instantly like I'm sitting on a stool in his beetle barn watching him. So guys, I'll be watching your videos. Hope you enjoy the stickers. Keep hitting that record button. I'm doing the same. My channel's, I think, evolved or changed a little bit, not to my liking, but just life and some of the health issues. But I've been putting up things on my Ergo garden, which I enjoy. The other thing I really enjoy doing is cooking. I'm going to put some videos up where I made some pulled pork for the 4th of July. And then I did a bacon wrapped smoked pork loin. So I may throw some of my cooking videos up. And we've just finishing up the kitchen. It's been a long task of redoing our kitchen. And as soon as we do the last little thing, I get some curtains up, and we clean it up. I'll put up a video from the beginning to end, and then I'll be out in the garage working on my bus. So then we're going to start seeing some bus videos. Well, this has been a long mail call update, and hope you all are having a wonderful Sunday, and hopefully it'll stop raining here, and we can get out and enjoy some weather. The weatherman said here in Iowa the next 2 weeks is going to be brutal, 100+ degree weather, high humidity. So really trying to enjoy, and I did yesterday. Saturday was gorgeous, and trying to enjoy some of the Sunday. So we'll see you next time. Busman54.